Hi there, Leo, and welcome to Toni's Tarot and Astrology. So let's have a look at your sun, this new moon and your astrology for the next 4 weeks. So we have a new moon here in Taurus at 28 degrees, and this new moon for Leo is sitting in the 10th house. So you've got a huge lineup here, Leo, in the 10th house. You've got, Jupiter's just moved into your 10th house, so this is a fantastic time for your career. So it's also a great time to really recognise where you want to advance, where you also, where you want to be spending your energy. If you're not career focused, and it's going to be about what you're wanting to achieve, your ultimate goals. So everyone has a 10th house. Not everyone has like a specialized career, but it really is in the placement of what I wanted to get to, what mountain do I want to climb, what direction am I going in. And it's, anything that sits in the 10th is always sort of, in its highest point. So it's exalted, if you like, in that position. So Jupiter, the node, and Mercury are all making a midpoint together. So that sitting in your 10th means that you may decide you're going to make a, and there may be signing of documents or discussions with others or agreements and negotiations made with others to put you into a new direction for a bigger picture for your either career situation or for, like I said, another direction for yourself. So you've also got Uranus has been sitting there on the 10th, so you're going to, sometimes change your ideas of you wanting whatever the career is going to be, you're wanting it to be free. So this feels to me like this is, you don't want anything limiting your time, but this is like more business opportunities that can be, or investment opportunities that can be really productive. So this is more about your ideal situation that you're wanting for your future. So it is a really exciting time for Leo, with having, this huge Taurus energy, and it's extremely productive. We've got Mars squaring Jupiter here. That sits in your 10th, and Mars at the moment is in your 12th house, but it's going to move into your 1st house in about 3 days' time. And once that happens, it's like bang, this whole new productive energy, making decisions with others, and it's like, yes, now I can see where I'm wanting to go and where I'm wanting to be. So, like I said, it's looking really positive. And with Mars and moving into your 1st sector in a few days, you're just going to be really ready for action, really ready to move forward. So if you're doing all the paperwork now for something, and over the next few days, this is going to mean you can get moving with the plans and things you're wanting to be doing for quite a while. So let's have a look at what the Spirit wants Leo to know about for the next 4 weeks. Yeah, so there really are some strong things here that you're going to be focusing on working for the future. And it does look like, again, business situations are changing. If something hasn't been working out, it's okay. But what I'm getting is you may have had some stresses or some worries recently, even though I feel like it hasn't been too bad recently. It's almost like things have been getting easier and a bit more relaxed or a bit more peaceful for you. But there is something here that comes up that could be a little bit disappointing, but it's just news that you might feel affected by, but what it's saying is that it's not going to affect you at all. So let me lay out some more before I go into that, because when I say it's just news, it's like words. It's whatever you're feeling upset by or hurt by is just what someone has said. Of course, Leos are very, very hypersensitive. They take things quite seriously, to be honest, as far as like they're very loving, caring people, and they can't understand why anybody would say a bad word or say anything that could be quite hurtful. So they're very much generous in their hearts, generous with their things, generous with gifts and with themselves. And so it's like if you get like a mean-spirited person, it's like they really take it to heart. But the Leo needs to understand that they need to take a little bit of the opposite sign, Aquarius, and get a bit detached from it and really see it for what it is, and it's really just someone's opinion. But they're all heart, Leo, and they do take it to heart. And what I'm saying here is that we can't expect other people to behave the way we behave. It's just not realistic, and we shouldn't go into why. Well, it's best not to. I don't like to say shouldn't. It's best not to go into why people behave in certain ways, because what that does is it drags our energy down. We start like, how can they behave like this? Why are they? Even when we're still trying to understand how someone behaved really badly in a relationship or in a partnership situation, it's like every time we try to understand that, we're going into that vibration of that person, and we're never going to understand that. You know, everyone's got their own dynamic way of doing it. It's just like, well, that's how they behave. That is not how I would behave. That's all you have to do, and then let it go. You know, you don't know why they behave that way. They could have had a tragic upbringing. If you ask, you might get these images of horrible things happening to them. You know, you're best not to know. You're best not to even ask, because, like I said, it's not a question that Spirit really wants you to be focused on. Spirit wants you to ask the right questions so they can give you the clear, direct answers. So, yes, that person, you know, unless you're really stuck on it, and then you might get an image of this person, you know, in a painful situation. So, you know, it sort of helps empathy to understand, well, yes, this is why people can be very dark at times. But I guess my point with that is, yes, don't try to go into why isn't everybody lovely like me, because it's just not the way the world is. So focus your mind on better questions to find better solutions, and focus your mind on, you know, you can't change anybody and their behaviour. You can only really change your reaction to it. And, you know, words are just words. They can't really hurt. So what I'm saying with that is that where there has been any people that talk unconsciously, you know what I mean, when they say something a bit nasty, and then it's like they don't realise they're saying it. They're almost probably repeating a pattern that was passed down to them from, say, parents or so forth. You know, it's like anything coming out in an unconscious way, or communications in an unconscious way, like I said, just you can either react to it or you can just not react to it. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're actually going to find that you're in a time here now where you are cutting through the crap, so to speak, cutting through the darker stuff, because we've got these cards here, and this is actually very good news, but it's like it's cutting through any bullshit, any dramas, any negativity that is just not necessary. And I think this is where Leo's just going to step up and go, no, I'm not putting up with this, not tolerating this. And this is a victory card. But it's like you had to go to battle to win. So it's like not saying you have to go to battle. Like that's the whole point. I was sort of saying don't go to battle, but it's sort of saying that you're sitting in a winning position regardless. And you know, if you really had a guts full of negative energy like this Tower and the Devil together, you know, then maybe you do have to speak your truth, because you are a winner anyway. You're going to get heard. You know, no one likes it when the lion roars, and this is you in victory in the winning space. So even you know, like I said, that could be personal, because we've got these cards here, which is where I was talking about their personal hurts and, you know, communications like that. That Swords card, it looks painful, but it's really just come from words. It's not really anything major. It's not really physically hurting you or affecting your health or anything else. So, you know, with this, it's like if there is sort of drama that is, say it's not, because I'm getting the personal stuff here, but it could be, say, outside influences, or outside of, say it's relative to outside family, or even relative to something going on in the world, and you're thinking, well, this looks terrible. It's like, no, this is actually really good news. So just getting you actually feeling on top of things when things feel a little bit stressful and chaotic, because I feel like you've got the ability to see the truth in the situation, and, like I said, cut through the crap. So Leos, you have some big decisions to make here with regards to what direction you're going in. Something's going to come in unexpectedly. You know, you're going to want to toss it around in your head for a little bit, because it's coming unexpectedly. You've had loads of time to consider whether you make this change or not. But what I'm seeing for Leo is that some of you are going to really want to do some studies or learning that is really connected to your soul. You're going to make a change. You're going to go, I need to be doing what is really right for me. And there's this particular area of studies or learning. So for some it could be studies, for some it could be apprenticeship, for others it could be self-taught. But you're going to a space of learning, of learning something that is very much like something extremely useful and resourceful to you, but I feel like it's of quite a spiritual nature as well, or it could be of a very practical nature, but whatever it is, it's going to connect you in spiritually. So in other words, when you're doing what you love to do, you're going to be, it's almost like that's your meditation, that's your time out in your mind. These are the cards at the base. Now with the sun and the moon, there's a very, very strong psychic ability there, and this is working on that. But it also relates to a lot of things. This could be wanting to get into music, wanting to get into the arts. It's gifts that you've brought through from other lifetimes, but it's more about vibrational energy, and this is why I pick up on music. Also working with the land, landscaping, connecting to the earth is very important with the star card as well. The star card is the wish. So even if none of that is you, whatever you wish for, whatever you want to, once you recognize it, once you see the situation's a little bit tumultuous, it's almost like, oh, this is an opportunity to get out and go forward. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to really step into your true skills. And, you've been doing your skills, no doubt about that, but there's other things that you can get way more fulfillment with. And like anyone who's wanting to connect to, like I said, vibrational energy, crystals, plants, music, tarot. These cards came up for me when I first started learning tarot. In fact, this was, but it was another card with this, but it was the moon and the star again. It's like, this is saying that you've had lifetimes and lifetimes of connecting to this vibrational energy, and this is where you can interpret it, utilize it, and make great use of it. But it's also where you're going to be, not playing anyone else's game and not fitting into anyone else's rules anymore. In other words, if people do want to play games, especially when it comes to words or like that, you're not going to play with that. It's like, again, you're holding your own energy for what's important for you. So, and also we've got here an environment. For some Leos, there might be a sense of moving in with others or moving in with family, moving into more security, really awesome situations around feeling more secure in your circumstances, and again, resolve around family circumstances, money, and security, property. So really, really nice combinations going on here for Leo. And of course, I expected that with a lot there in your 10th. And as I said, this is all about the career, the direction you want to go in. And there you go. You've got this new career, this new direction, this new area of learning that will become your career when you're ready to make the change. Firstly, there's the learning. And for some, they can step straight into it. For others, it'll be a slow process. So I hope you enjoyed that, Leo. And we'll see you next time.